This is called as bandli roti or tawa roti. This is basically you press the soft dough on a cold griddle. Now pour generous amount of coconut oil as the base so that the dough does not stick to the griddle. Now take a handful of dough and place it on top of the coconut oil. And now keep washing your hands with water or keep dipping your fingers into the water so that the dough doesn't stick to your hands or the fingers. So it will be easier for you to spread this dough. Now spread it as thinly as possible. Should not be too thin or too thick. This is pretty simple process. Anybody can try this recipe. Yes, it takes a little bit of practice as the griddle is thick and it is a little big. Probably it can be a bit challenging, but you will get the hang of it after you have made 2 or 3 rotis. This is kind of a lazy Sunday evening or a Friday evening dinner. Where you don't want to do a lot of dishes or you don't want to be making small rotis. So if you can spread out thin and big, and you can serve 2 people with this, so you can be quicker in making these rotis. These holes that is making helps the oil get to every part of the roti, so it fries really well in the oil. Trust me, the onions and the spices that we have added and oil and the finger millet makes the roti very tasty, especially when it is fried with generous amount of coconut oil. I feel that coconut oil goes really well with this finger millet. Now you can see the oil is bubbling. The roti is getting cooked slowly. As the griddle is very thick, it retains heat. You can reduce the heat so that the bottom doesn't burn, and the even heat will slowly cook the roti throughout. Just to make sure that it is not stuck and the oil is spread everywhere underneath so that it can fry really well. Run the spatula underneath and make sure it is not stuck. Here and there you might break. That's okay. Just patch it back. Once you get a little hang of it, you will be able to make roti without breaking it. It just takes a little bit of practice, but still, even if it breaks, just flip it and just make sure it is cooked, and it tastes perfectly fine. There you go, you flipped it. You broke it here and there, that's okay. It's going to taste fine as long as it is not burnt and it is cooking evenly. It tastes awesome. You can gently press on it, add a little more oil if you want. If you want softer rotis, you can remove it at this point, or if you want a little more crispier, just leave it on the tawa, and as the griddle cools down, it keep toasting it. Now I have taken a new griddle so that I can let the other one cool. And I'm spreading. This is a smaller griddle, so it is much easier to spread, and I have a little more practice, so I'm able to spread it easily. Now his turn again. Now this griddle that we used for the first time has cooled down quite a bit, but still it is hot, so it can be a little tricky to go the second time, but it should be doable as we have the water handy. You can keep cooling your fingers with water. Now spread all rest of the dough onto this tawa and repeat the same thing. Dipping your hands or the fingers in the water helps you to spread it easily. Use caution while working with heavy iron griddle, and make sure wherever you're placing it is heat resistant.